all elements of success in business or work, and even relationships, 80% is psychological and 20% is strategy. You can spend, and most people spend time on strategy. What's our strategy to do this, 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 this? You're wasting a lot of energy doing that. But if you got your psychology right, and that psychology includes energy, and if you can change your state of physical, we go like this, just get active. If I came like that, I mean, we don't have a huge audience here, otherwise, I've been to many audiences, music on, everybody's vibrating and all that. Oh, this rah rah stuff. That rah rah stuff is to get you energetic and receptive, because when all the pores, and I'm not going to go through scientific analysis here, but your brain cells are now suddenly receptors are all working because they're fired up. You cannot learn if you're just sitting there and passively doing things. So part of it is putting out that energy and then receiving it, so that now your pores are open to receive more energy. So the latter vibrancy, because your body, this is about the body now, it's not about your spiritual energy, it's your body energy. What do you think the first one might be? 1 to 2 hours of breaks every hour, which hopefully we're doing here in this session. Because when you're concentrating on work or a project, you can get lost. You don't get up. You don't take breaks. You kind of lose the plot, because now you're building up energy that's not generating any focus for you. So the other point about energy is that wherever your focus goes, energy flows. So if your focus is on a horrible challenge you're facing, or that's all you're doing, all your energy is flowing into that direction. All these four types of energy are flowing in that direction. You can call it positive, negative, doesn't make a difference, but you are directing it, because once you understand you're unconscious to it, it'll burn you up. And that's how burnout happens, etc. So this 1 to 2 breaks is about have you heard the Pomodoro technique? So the Pomodoro, something, yeah, Pomodoro. So scientifically proven that your brain cannot focus on anything, one thing, more than 25 minutes at a time. I make it 50 because we're just creatures of habit. We want to work 4 hours on one project, one thing. There is no way you can actually focus. This idea in the post-industrial revolution, and even began was you only work 8 hours a day, because you cannot function beyond that with great focus. And even now, there were assembly lines in those days in factory manufacturing. That was just physically tiring. So the 8 hours, right? 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of that, and then 8 hours of everything else. So this concept of 8 hours is designed because you really cannot function. Your true, deep, energetic focus cannot be uh, cannot do justice to what you're trying to achieve. So that's why when you take breaks, you come back with renewed energy. So what I do, you don't have to do what I do, but I walk around to get some water, maybe some coffee. If I have enough time during lunch break, I'll just go around my house, or up around for a block or a walk. I'm not exercising, I'm just breathing, right? So ultimately it's about breathing back into life into you, and you come back renewed, with renewed energy, renewed vigor to do the work you're doing. So you can apply this to anything, but it's your life. You can choose 1 break, 2 breaks, whatever you like, but pay attention to your physical energy, because this is physical energy. 2 to 4 meals a day. That's very easy in India. People eat all the time. I just know that. Maybe there should be a limit to that. So if you eat 3, 4 meals a day, it's giving you energy, of course, food, but it depends on what you put in your mouth. So that's important to figure out. What am I eating? 7 hours a day. This is not a nutrition class, so I will skip that. But yes, hopefully you do nutritious meals. The rule of thumb of how many liters of water per day you drink. I mean, there are many theories, nutrition theories, but in America we do ounces, right? So I forget sometimes the equivalent, but 64 ounces equals 64 kilos of your weight. So they say, what is your weight in kilograms? And that many ounces is what you drink in terms of water. And this does not include coffee and alcohol, because that's sort of dehydrating you. So on the days that you are having alcohol, etc., you need more water to compensate for that. So 60 kilograms equals 60 ounces based on your weight. If you're 100 kilos, then 100 ounces of water. So that's just recommended. Why are we doing this? To keep our energies, physical energies up. Oh, it's a favorite one for everybody. 5 to 6 times a week of exercise. This can be any form of exercise. Which is the best form of exercise for people like in this audience? Sorry? No, for you individually. Yeah. In-home exercise. Okay. So it doesn't have to be, oh, I gotta sweat, do whatever. I'm not talking about that. Jen, running? Great. Isometric Surya Namaskar and Theraband. I love Theraband because I do those too. But sometimes just your body weight is enough to do things without lifting weights. So combination of lifting or resistance training. I don't have to talk about lifting weights. If you're doing a push-up, that's weight. Just this morning I did what's that called? Plank. The plank is an amazing thing for core. But walking, 30 minutes a day is just incredible. So to me, that's sort of religious thing, and I just do that because I don't have to think about it. Just do it before sunset. I walk. You can. So again, these are all little guides I have learned through my experience with other people, and it does work. Meditate. Now, I will not say meditate in the way you think meditate, sitting there and listen. This could be meditation because you're totally focused, fully attentive, fully present with all your all 5 senses, and they're here and they're now. So meditations, they call them tools and you have many apps you can use. However, meditation is a quality of how you live. So if you are able to fully focus, that's meditative. So, but I'd say I'd flip this around and say, okay, can you not 6 or 7 times per week, but just once a day, sit in silence and inner silence. So you can call that meditation or whatever, but you're literally finding a spot somewhere in your home on a sofa. As long as you're not falling asleep, you don't even have to be sitting up. You just simply, whether there are thoughts or not, people say, I'm thoughtless. Thoughtless is a desire. Thoughtlessness is a desire. So just sit with yourself and see if you can. Most people cannot even sit for 2 minutes in silence and being awake, whether eyes are closed or not. But even eyes closed gives you more ability to concentrate. But you can literally sit there in silence by yourself. Most clients, when they first come to our coaching program, cannot do even 2 minutes. So don't worry about it that I cannot meditate. People just say, I don't meditate. I'm not asking you to meditate. Just sit with yourself in silence. Can you start with 2 minutes? Or maybe you can make it 3 minutes. But every day you're doing this. For me, I do it twice a day. No phones, nothing. I'm just sitting in my favorite corner or on a balcony, just staring at the trees to do nothing. So that's the purpose. And this, it's controversial. But I also practice it because sleep. When I worked on Wall Street, and probably throughout my career because of long commutes, and I know that Bangalore is crazy commutes for people. I didn't sleep more than 3 to 5 hours. That was my 3 to 5 hours average. And because partly it was my own training, that life is going to pass me by if I sleep. I won't be as competitive with people, right? One of your big Bollywood actors is known for this. Stars. Shah Rukh Khan. Shah Rukh Khan doesn't sleep more than 3 hours, even today. He's 60 and he smokes. He does all the things that I wouldn't do. But, he's vibrant. He's got energy. More power to him. Great. But I did not sleep for 30 years of my life more than 4 hours because I felt something was going to happen if I fell asleep. So I would just read, I would listen to music, I would do all sorts of things, and read books, etc. And I thought it was great. And I caught up sometimes on the weekend. Sunday was my day to wake up, sometimes at noon because I'm so tired. So I ignored my tiredness. Now, fast forward today, I cannot sleep less than 7 hours. If I don't, like last night, I only slept 5.5 or 6. Uh, it's not the best. So maybe as we get older, some people say they need less sleep. Some people say they need more sleep. I guess I'm needing more sleep. So if I sound a little grumpy this morning or this afternoon, it's that. Anyway, we all like to blame things outside of us. So that's that. That's for yourself you can practice. You can go where you want.